Imagine turning 21, finally getting the chance to go to your first ever in-person casino and play some blackjack. Everything's going great for a few hands till the dealer deals himself an ace, looks over at you and asks that dreadful question, do you want insurance? But you don't know what he means. Hey, I'm Mike from gamblingandgo.com, and yep, this rough scenario happened to me at my first trip to a casino back in 2004. To help save you from this same embarrassment, I'm making this video. We'll dive into exactly what insurance is in blackjack. We'll also cover the math behind insurance, and more importantly, if you should ever buy it when playing blackjack. Point number one, what is insurance in blackjack? You've probably heard the term, but not a lot of people know. It's technically a side bet that a casino offers when the dealer gets an ace with their first card. For a fee, you can get your main bet back, but only if the dealer deals himself blackjack with their second card. Point two, how much does insurance cost? That's a great question. Glad you asked. Buying insurance against the dealer getting blackjack will cost you an additional 50% of your initial wager. So for example purposes, if you're betting 100 per hand, the dealer flips over an ace, it'll cost you 50 to guard against him getting blackjack. This sounds great in theory, but as your mama might have taught you, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. But let's get into the math behind it here. Point three, the math exercise. Let's imagine, for the sake of argument, we got a 52 card deck, correct? Which is how many decks are in how many cards are in a deck. Once the dealer flips the ace, 51 possibilities remain for their second card. Now, this obviously ignores the two cards that you've had flipped down just for simplicity purposes. But hang with me here. We're just doing some quick and dirty math. Out of those 51 cards, only 16 of them will make blackjack. 35 of those remaining cards will not make blackjack. This means the dealer only has a 31% chance of getting blackjack, but the insurance bet pays back just 2 to 1. So you don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out you've got to win 50% of the time just to break even with this side bet known as insurance, okay? That tells us you're at a 19% disadvantage on the insurance side bet in the long run. You may come out ahead every once in a while, but we're talking about a long sample size. Do we have an edge with the insurance side bet? Absolutely not. All you're doing, guys, you're just giving the house a whole lot of extra money in the long run. So point four, should you ever buy insurance in blackjack? Nope. I'm going to leave it real simple for y'all. Not at all. As a general rule, it's best to never buy insurance in blackjack. The only time it makes sense is for if you're an incredibly talented card counter and you know there's a ton of face cards left in the deck. But I'm going to be honest with you, only probably 0.5% of people around the world are talented enough to count cards. And the casinos are constantly, going against card counters, either tossing them out or they're moving to something like an auto shuffler where it makes it impossible to count cards. So really, it's just never a good idea to buy insurance, guys. There's no way to quantify if you have an edge or not. 99.99% of the time, you're just losing more money. So yeah, that's how we're rolling there. If you're playing basic strategy blackjack, keep in mind, the house edge is only 1%, right? That's why there's a ton of slot machines in a casino, hundreds of them, maybe even thousands of them, but only a few blackjack tables. The house wants you to play slots because it's a much higher edge for them. But if we're playing just standard by the book basic strategy, they only have a 1% edge on us, okay? But if you take those side bets like the insurance bet, that house edge goes from 4% to 15%, depending on how many tens of face cards are left in the deck. So we never want to buy insurance because it at least quadruples the house edge, or maybe even up to 15%. Remember, guys, just to wrap up, the house never offers you anything out of the goodness of their hearts. Insurance is the same way. The casino only offers it to increase their edge, not yours. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time. And check out gamblingandgo.com for all your gambling needs. Take care.